Hey, Mitch. All I know is you better laugh your ass off tonight. Attaboy. Yeah, it's got to be timed right, though. Eppa, thank you. Good night. How's everybody doing? Oh, come on. How's everybody doing? There we go. Everybody's been getting liquored up early over here. I've been seeing that. That's good, because the more your ass drinks, the funnier I get. So that's good. Has anybody heard of me before? Raise your hand. I'd like to do a poll.
No.
Oh, I can believe that's nice. That's good. Okay, if you haven't heard of me, raise your hand.
That's my sister.
Well, we got a couple of guys. You look like you're from out of town now, guy. So we're going to have a little fun tonight. On behalf of the Lions, I'd like to thank them for asking me to come out here tonight. And obviously, for you guys coming out and supporting the Lions, it's a good thing. So give yourselves a hand. It's practice. All right, so those of you know who I am that always thought that I talk like this all the time, you might be a little disappointed. Because I am Portuguese. 100% Portuguese, but I don't talk like this all the time. I remember the first time one of the shows I first did, some Portuguese guy in the audience said, "Ah, but that guy's a fake, he's not Portuguese!" Ah, figa da puta. But anyway, I am 100% Portuguese. I grew up in the north end of Tiverton, Rhode Island, which is pretty much Fall River, but nobody ever told Tiverton it was Fall River. And the funny thing about it is the damn taxes are like 4 times the amount of Fall River. So. But it's got 3 decades, everything, same thing, only different. So anyway, I'd like to get a little poll about, you know, the type of audience I'm dealing with tonight. The first crowd was the warm-up crowd. The nighttime crowd's usually a bit more rowdier. Yeah, there we go. Now we get, oh buddy, how old are you? How much? Yeah, but you know better no drink no cachaça in here. The policemen's come through you in a pure. Okay, just check, okay. This, the show pretty much is PG-13, which is pretty good for the first 15 minutes. And we'll go from there. So, how many folks are Portuguese? Raise your hand. Little Portuguese crowd. That's it. Very good. Alright, we'll forgive Mitch, he's not Portuguese. He wants $500. Make you holler. Alright. How many folks are not Portuguese? Raise your hand. It's okay. Don't be embarrassed. It's okay. You can be great like us. I know you're not Portuguese, guy. I can tell. Nobody's got this crazy mustache like you as Portuguese. But that's okay, because if you're in here tonight hanging with the Portuguese peeps, then you're all set. Alright, one more question. Those people who are not Portuguese, of those people, how many of you are cohabitating, married to a boyfriend, girlfriend, or pushing the pants with a Portuguese person? Raise your hand. There you go. That's real nice. Because now you're Portuguese by injection or absorption. See that? Beautiful. That's awesome. That is awesome. Fantastic. Alright, so how does one become a Portuguese fireman? I actually really am a Portuguese fireman. I was Portuguese before I was a fireman. I was born that way. Fireman and William got together, you know? And there's a nice Portuguese kid, 100%. But I am actually a firefighter. I work, well, I've been like horse shit. I've been everywhere, folks. I worked in Fall River as a paramedic for quite a number of years, and I was in Tiverton. I grew up as a firefighter there. I went to Alaska. I lived in Alaska for 8 years. And I moved back because nobody got my frickin' jokes. I said, screw this shit. Is that some kind of Hispanic accent? There was a lot of guys out there that looked like him with the mustache. This guy buzzing my balls about my mustache. He's going to snap me in half. Look at him, he's like a gorilla. Like a gorilla. That's okay. See, this guy over here is my buddy God over here. Yeah, there we go. So anyway, yeah, they just didn't get the joke. There's a lot of, you know, the Alaska natives out there, you know, and they didn't get the Portuguese accent, but the Alaska natives, they talk like this with their teeth together. Maybe because they're so goddamn cool. But anyway, I moved back. I work at the Westport Fire Department now, across the road over there. And when I'm not putting out flaming cows, because that's about all that burns in Westport. That and my indigestion after lunch. But when I'm not doing that, I'm doing fundraisers. I'm kind of doing this. This is something that I kind of fell into. Two things I always wanted. If you look at my yearbook picture, it said, you know, like wants to be a firefighter when he grows up, and he wants to be a comedian. It's a suppressed desire. So I've been able to realize both things. I had a very short goal I had to take on. I didn't want to be like a rocket scientist, because that's not going to happen. We've got smart Portuguese papers, but I don't think we're going to be that smart. So I started out as a little trainee firefighter back in the day. I was like 16 years old. It was the big 80s, like 1981-ish, whatever the hell it was, 82, 83. And I used to hang around with the older guys, the volunteer firemen at Tiverton. And we used to go out down to sunny Plymouth Avenue in Fall River, because that's, you know, obviously the sidewalks roll up in Tiverton at like 5:30 in the afternoon. So we used to go to Plymouth Avenue. You know Plymouth Avenue? We gonna rock on to Plymouth Avenue and make verbunded tires. Nobody. I got a fast race machine. Yeah, it's a Portuguese car. My cousin's got a Monte Cavallo over here. Me over here. My brother's got a Dutch van. And I got a Camaro. Hey, I can believe. It's got pipes times 2 coming out the back. 5 speeds. It's got a wind on the ceiling, everything. I paint the shocks yellow, the differential blue, 10 more horsepower. I can't believe. We rock the Plymouth Avenue all the time. So I went to McDonald's. We used to go to McDonald's on a Friday night back in the day. And there used to be a police officer, there probably still is now, it's probably a whole freaking SWAT team. It was 20-some years ago, you know. But they have a police officer in there, you know, Friday night, you know, sort of rowdy guys. Not that I'm not a troublemaker, I'm a good kid. I've got a nice Portuguese boy. So I went in there with my buddies, and the first time I ever heard the golden tones of one of my favorite folks I like to talk about. I walked up and I heard this voice saying, "Welcome to McDonald's, can I help you?" And there she was, about 5'10", 200 pounds. She was like a Wookiee. She had hands like frying pans. And her name tag said Gracinha. She was a big Portuguese girl. I'm waiting for someday for her to be here and like throw a panala at me. Well, this guy saying, "Hey, that's my freaking sister!" Oh, that's all I need. It still hasn't happened. Knock on wood, we'll see. So I walk up to her, and all my buddies are like, Lopes, oh, come on. Don't get us in trouble. Don't get us in trouble. Just shut up. You're going to get us arrested. They're like, that's all right. I got this. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So I went up to her. "Welcome to McDonald's. Can I help you?" I go, "Oh, sure, querida. I'm going to have a fish hamburger, Coke soda, 6-piece McNuggets with barbecue sauce, apple pie, and a small chips, please." She goes, "Alpha, you Portuguese?" "Yeah, querida, Portuguese. You Portuguese?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm Portuguese." "Hey, wait a minute. You mock me. You're the Portuguese. You stupid. You jerk." She had to call me a retard. "You retire." "Mr. Policeman! Oh, Mr. Policeman! Come on over here." "Paul Lace." But she didn't say police again, she said please. That's what Portuguese ladies get excited. That's how they turn please into a 2-syllable word. "Police! But talk to my hand over here. Police!" So the cop comes over. This little jerk, this little bastard makes fun of the way I talk. Oh, by the way, if anybody doesn't get any of the Portuguese words, especially this guy with a mustache, turn to the closest Portuguese person next to you for translation. Because remember, we're in Massachusetts and there's no non-Portuguese person left behind. Just remember that. So the cop gives me one of these. Out the door. Out the door I go. He's got me in the foyer, you know, and he's like, dude, what are you doing to this woman? You're driving her crazy. So, hey guy, what are you talking about? That woman's crazy. I come in here, what have I got that fish out there? She's letting it. Stop. I heard you talk when you walked in the door. You speak better English than I do. And then he hides around the corner and goes, give me some. Nobody wants to take this detail. Because all she does is complain. Because everybody gives this poor woman a hard time. Would you please stop giving this woman a hard time? Okay, buddy, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. So, I actually, from there I started working in the city of Fall River as a paramedic. And I told her stories about Grace and all that. And of course, you know, firefighters, we like to embellish a little bit. We like to tell stories, you know. So they thought I was, you know, full of bullshit. So one night, we get a call in Fall River for somebody bleeding. And we go over to the house and fire department. Door opens up. Who's standing there? Great senior. There she is, looking right at me. Apa, Grace, como está, querida? Apa, they make you a fireman? I remember you, you bastard. Ah, you stupid fireman. The first time I ever heard it. Ah, you stupid fireman. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing with it? And no point at me. My brother's bleeding all over the goddamn place in there. He cut his finger on the stovepipe. Get in there, quick. When I got back to the station, the guy that I was working with said, oh my God, Lopes wasn't kidding. She's there. Her name's Grace. She has hands like a Wookiee. She's like 6 feet tall. Sunken in cheeks. Everybody, that's scared mix for danger. Oh, you stupid fireman. You know how many times... Ecco. My tree deck has been into the ground. You put out... Hey, buddy. I don't see no more fire. You put too much goddamn water in my house. Ecco. I don't see no more fire. Do you see? Oh, look. Look. But you have to come in here with the big hoses over there. Look, you knocked Vovo over them. You knocked Vovo's car. Look at Marie's in the bathtub. She's knocked over. Look. Look. Epa. My mother, Vovo's gonna come home. She's gonna give you a poke in the ear. I've never seen this like this. My house is a mess. You went in them goddamn hoses, you knocked. What are the knocks all over the place? Vovo's gonna kill you. She's gonna kill you. Look at her white parlor. Look. Look, I don't think she bought a Casa Cristo. He's wrong with the place. Oh, Jesus, I feel sorry for you, my friend. You stupid fireman. You cut the goddamn hole in the roof. I don't see no more fire. What are you putting the hole in my roof for? It's no rain, and the rain's not going to put the fire out. Ah, you stupid fireman. I can't believe. Yeah, so I've heard stupid firemen. People just don't understand the job the firefighter does and why we have to knock the knickknacks over and walk through Vovo's white parlor with our big dirty boots. Sit on her plastic furniture. Hey, it's so bad. I swear they have ESP. They could be like, you know, at the old country buffet or something, and somebody who sits in their parlor. It's like the Force. Somebody sit